love is, man, he caught this one off the backboard, off the bracket, and still dunked it. It's just as his ability to go right at people, and I feel bad for Jay Crowder on this one, Dante. I mean, playing good defense, but some kind of way you got to get your face out of there. He caught him, and he buckled.
Mandatory you move your face out of there. That's the one thing that you have to move in a situation like that. But he was trying to hold him up so much that he had no choice.
And Jay Crowder is as tough as they come. We know that. Brandon Ingram, no. But Zion, yes. Zion has 17, so a streak of consecutive 20-point games comes to an end. But it's a player's holiday. Drew Holiday had 20 and 6, knocking it down from downtown.
And this guy's been on a roll. Duncan Robinson, 9 threes, 8 threes. He is shooting the lights out. I mean, he couldn't knock down threes. That was their problem tonight.
And then Andre Iguodala always making the smart play. More of Duncan.
Can't leave him open.
Nah, not a smart move.
Not at all.
Totaled 8 threes on the night. You know, Miami didn't really hit any threes the whole game. He pretty much held it down until the Solomon Hill 3 late. But then Brandon Ingram struggled in this one, hit some big shots down the stretch, the brotherhood.
Yeah, he was 2 for 15 before that shot. And he somehow had 2 big shots in the fourth quarter to keep them in that game and get a big win for them as they try to get to that 8 seed.
So, of course, they're still on the outside looking in. They came into this game 5 games out. They have the weakest remaining schedule. What are your thoughts on the Pelicans right now? Obviously, we've seen that they can score. It seems like everybody can get points, whether it be Zion, whether it be Brandon Ingram. Everybody can get buckets, but it seems like they've struggled down the stretch getting stops and closing out games.
Yeah, definitely. And that's the part of their youth that they're going to have to get better on to be a playoff team. But Lonzo Ball's been doing a good job of keeping these guys in the games. You saw tonight, he was shooting the ball extremely well, but he's attacking the basket, leading, getting that ball up the court. Zion's attacking the paint, and B.I. is just trying to be that steady all-star force, and hopefully they can pull it together and get an 8 seed.
Zion Williamson has scored 20 points in at least 13 straight games. That comes to an end tonight with him scoring 17. Smitty, how impressed are you with what you've seen from Zion?
Well, first of all, you know, anytime you're a rookie, you got to be impressed when you see a guy being able to play at this level. Second, he was out so much, so he didn't get a chance to practice a lot, and obviously dealing with the recovery of his injury, to be able to come in, though, and not force shots. And what I love is, as you can see, coming off the screen and roll, he's one of those guys when he catches it, makes up his mind, but he's agile enough to be able to not run over people. He doesn't have to go through people, which he can. This is my favorite part is he has great vision for his size and his position. He's not selfish, getting guys easy, open looks. And then this one, when he comes downhill, I mean, that's Bam, that's the center. He didn't really want to take that charge. He kind of side-swiped him. And then we know this part. We even talked about it. I mean, him and Lonzo Ball, what a great connection. 7 for 9, like he didn't get his 20, but they got the win. I'm impressed right now because there's these wins sometimes when your 2 best players, Brandon Ingram didn't play particularly well. He didn't get 20, and they still beat a tough Miami Heat team. That's a good, solid win. I know the coaching staff of the Pelicans has to be happy.
Zion Williamson right now, #1 in the NBA in points in the paint, just bodying kids early on. Did you expect to see this from this youngster, from this teenager?
Listen, I walked up on him in Summer League, and I was like, that's a big force. And it's rare that you see a 19-year-old make grown men move out the way. And that's what he's doing right now. He's attacking the basket with reckless abandon. And you got grown men moving out of his way. And the sky's the limit for a kid with a body like that, athleticism like he has. And he plays with poise. He's never out of control. He's never too high, too low. The kid is showing some extreme maturity in his first season.
I had a question for you because you played unbelievable on that end, both ends, but defensively is what your calling card. Once he gets into shape, where is the limit for him defensively? Where do you see him being able to play high pick and rolls, being able to protect the rim, just all the levels that he can affect the game defensively? Because I know we talk a lot about his offense.
He plays that position, which is a coach's dream, right? That 4 that can do a little bit of everything, can guard multiple positions. So you can play him at a 5 because you can't really back him down. So once he gets into shape, and I think that's one thing that people do not understand, he's really not in shape. He doesn't take plays off, but he's not in like tip-top shape because he came in at the middle of the season. But once he gets in shape, he can show his full gamut of his potential and what he can possibly be in the NBA, and that's going to be scary.
Definitely is going to be scary. The Pelicans still, once again, on the outside looking, and we showed the standings here a minute ago. We're going to show you the rest of the Western Conference. That is what I'm trying to say live.